All right, so, oh, I've got a little like spoiler on there. So 21.3 and 21.4. So we have a 15-minute time cap for some work. Uh, Wonderful. Amy is joining us just now. Amy, glad to have you. So 21.3 is 15 front squats, 30 toes to bar, 15 thrusters, rest 60 seconds, forced rest. Then we're on to 15 front squats again, 30 chest to bar pull-ups, 15 thrusters again. And again, 1 minute forced rest. Then we have 15 front squats, 30 bar muscle ups, 15 thrusters. We got a time cap at 15, and as soon as you either hit that time cap or you complete the work that assigned to you, we then zoom, immediately start our timer for 21.4, which is a complex of 1 deadlift, 1 clean, 1 hang clean, and 1 jerk. That complex, where's the key sentence in here? The movements must be completed in 1 continuous sequence without rest or interruption. So those are chained movements. Your hands should not leave the bar as we are completing those. So touch and go only. We have a little moment to rest in that jerk position. We're getting 2 Amy's. So that is our RX. We're gonna bump on over to the equipment-free version.
Technical issues.
No problem, Amy, no problem. Amy, do you have a spot where we can do any kind of pulling or hanging movements on that rack? A little bit, maybe? Not sure. Yeah, cool. So our equipment-free version, 30 air squats, great. 30 V-ups, we've got practice with those. 30 thrusters with a sticker PVC pipe, awesome. Rest a minute. Dips. I want to talk about dips real quick. For the RX equipment free, for the equipment free standard, you must scroll, have your feet off of the ground for your dips. And this is one of the things where I was talking about, like, this is a difference in our past where some of us might not be able to do that. Many of us are not able to do that. Whereas the other movements are just fine. 30 air squats. Hey, look, 30 handstand push-ups. Again, right? We're gonna be modifying those. Oh, Amy, just wait until you see 21.4 equipment free. So again, same format, 21.4. As many rounds and reps as possible in 5 minutes. Pistol squats, and then alternating shoulder taps in a freestanding handstand.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem at all. So I'm gonna bounce on over to our foundations. The weights on these for scaled, we've got some pretty classic scales in here, if memory serves. Where's my scaled? Scaled masters. So we've got some sit-ups, we've got options, hanging knee raises for our scaled equipment version. We're gonna bump on over to foundations. So we've kind of got this point where like the equipment free and scaled isn't quite meshing where we want it to. So our foundations, this is no problem, right? Air squats, sit-ups, thrusters with a stick, air squats, dumbbell rows at a light weight, and standard push-ups. No problem. We should be able to handle that just fine. And this is kind of where we run into our dilemma where we don't necessarily have equipment to get a heavy weight on our deadlift, our clean, our hang clean, and our push press. So what I would like to do for folks who have some dumbbells is to run through this today and see how much weight we can get on those dumbbells for this complex. Since it is foundations, there's a lot more leeway in terms of equipment usage on our lifts. They're not going to require it must be with a 35 or 45 pound barbell. That's, we don't have those same hard requirements. So
And this is just one time through of this?
so you have 7 minutes to complete this 21.4. You have 7 minutes, and that starts exactly after you end 21.3. You can
It
go
just
through as many reps as you want.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's
got
the
it.
heaviest one that counts within that
Oh,
7-minute window.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
There has to be no pausing or no letting go of the bar.
No pausing. So your deadlift, your clean, your hang clean, and push press, that is basically treat that as 4 reps in the same set. You do your deadlift, you go right into your clean, you finish your clean, you go right into your hang clean, and then you go right into either your jerk or your push press, depending on your division. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, what are your thoughts about between foundations or equipment free scales?
So I have not seen an equipment free scaled
Okay,
division
so I
that
just
they haven't offered that.
okay, perfect.
So and that's where I was like, I would love to see an equipment free scaled. They did a wonderful job. There's there are a couple of holes that that they didn't account for.
Okay, so foundations is fine then.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you have an opportunity to come in and on Saturday or an open gym time to do this workout with equipment, I would definitely recommend that so that we can get this this 21.4 a more accurate representation of your abilities.
Right. I think for that I've got 220s, so I could do 40 pounds.
We'll get 40 pounds. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Groovy. All right. So what is this? This is the scaled math. This is masters. Cool. Fantastic. So other questions. Amy, are we doing the scaled scaled division? Maria, we're just gonna like kind of patch things together as best as we're able, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing it for rehab and not for score, so I'm fine.
Exactly. Oh, I
Yeah.
changed the one window that I did not look at their lower body modifications for today. That's interesting. So the lower body modifications, deadlifts or our kind of those bent over squat, our bent over squats that we've been working on, sit-ups, dumbbell push press as you are comfortable. We'll get in some row. We'll kind of borrow from the equipment free version, and we'll get some dumbbell rows for instead of our chest to bar pull-ups. And what is our equipment free doing for? Oh, we're not going to be doing handstand push-ups. I'm going to stick with another set of dumbbell rows at the, at risk of repeating ourselves. I think that'll be just fine.
I can do raised push-ups too.
Yeah, we can do that as well. And then I think on that second portion, I would greatly prefer to have you do like 7 minutes of PT exercises because this is testing max load. We're gonna
Yeah.
have gotten our movement, our cardio for the day, and it's just we're not in a place to practice max loading. So we'll dedicate that to 7 minutes of PT exercise.
Perfect.
Wonderful. Thank you everyone for sticking with the long introduction to our workout. So let's go ahead and find some space and start getting ready to warm up. Let's find a little bit of space and let's start out with a set of 10 squats to begin with. When we're done with those squats, let's go ahead and settle on into the bottom of our squat position for a moment. Great. Stand it on up. And let's find some space for some inchworms. Gonna start out with a nice solid forward fold, keeping those knees extended, reaching down towards the feet. Could walk it on out to a plank. Nice solid push up. Head on through in towards our down dog, opening up those shoulders. And let's keep those knees extended, walk those feet up towards the hands. Stand it on up, reset our position. Let's go ahead and get in 3 more of those, please. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get some arm flappies going. Nice big open swing. Want to keep those hands up at about shoulder height so we're staying nice and active through the shoulders. Great. Let's turn that into some arm wavies. Reach up and overhead nice and tall. Make sure that that lockout position overhead is nice and ready. Great. Let's get some arm circles going, nice and big forward circles. And in reverse. And opposite directions. Nice work, folks. Switch or keep figuring it out. Great, and relax. Let's get in some drinking bird stretch up next. Grab a foot, squeeze those knees together, draw that knee up to point back towards the wall behind you as we hinge at the hips a little bit. Stand it on back up, switch sides, and repeat. We're gonna get in 10 reps in total, 5 on each side. Great, when we're done with all 10 of those, let's settle on back into that squat position again. Great, stand it on up, and we're gonna get in some toe pulls up next. Stick your foot on out, reach on down, pulling your head towards your toes. Switch sides. And again, 10 reps, 5 on a side. Switching back and forth. All right, let's find a spot for some push-ups and let's get in a set of 8 push-ups, please. Good. As we're done with those push-ups, let's find a wall that we can brace our hand against and then turn on away from that, opening up that shoulder. And go ahead and switch sides. And switch. And switch. Switch, we'll get one more on each side. And switch, last one. Great, we're gonna hang out by that wall for just a moment longer. Let's go ahead and plant our palms into the wall, send our hips back, send our head through those shoulders. Keep your belly nice and tight. We don't wanna go stretch to the back. We wanna stretch through our shoulders, maybe our upper back. And let's relax for just a moment out of that stretch and then push right on back into it. We wanna think about actively pushing through our hands into the wall and driving our shoulders away from the wall as we open them up. And one more time, relax out of the stretch for a moment and back on through. And relax. Let's get in another set of 10 air squats, please. Wonderful. Let's find ourselves a little bit of weight. And let's go ahead and get in first 8 front squats with our weight, whether that's empty bar or dumbbell. And Maria, we're gonna go for, where did we find our? We're gonna go for deadlifts for you, Maria, deadlifts instead of squats. Good. Tam, I want you to really sink those hips down below our knees as best as we're able to. Get super low through that squat. Good. All right, let's switch it on up and get in some thrusters up next. I'm gonna go for 15 thrusters. And Maria, we're gonna go for any dumbbell from shoulder to overhead that you're comfortable with. If that is none, we'll just go empty arm up and overhead. Great. Tam, keep pushing that depth down on that squat. Stud, try to stay back on those heels. Good. And let's keep working on that elbow position. Lift those elbows as high as we can. Give yourself a chance to sit back onto your heels to help out with that. Better. Good. Good. Hey, Murray, that looks pretty exciting. How's that feel?
It's good to do it because I haven't done it for months. The right side, I'm just not going as far as I do on the other side.
Absolutely. I want you to
Yep.
stay very, very cautious with that. I
Yep.
hope that that weight is plenty light for you.
Yeah, that's
I
just
wouldn't.
me, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
stick to 10 if you can, even.
Yeah, I don't have,
Uh,
but this feels okay.
if you don't have a, yeah, then just go slow and controlled. And if it starts to bother you in the slightest,
Yep.
just switch it out. Empty arm.
Yep. Roger.
Wonderful. Folks, let's get in a little bit of toe to bar practice. For folks who don't have a bar to hang from, we're going to go for some V-ups or tuck ups. So let's go ahead and have a seat on down, and let's get in a set of 10 of those, please. 10 V-ups, 10 hanging knee raises. This is great. And I've just recalled for the foundations, it's actually going to be sit-ups, not V-ups. So let's go ahead and throw in just a few of those. For folks doing V-ups or knee raises, let's get in 5 more. Lovely. All right. Amy, I am hitting, I'm stumped for a hot moment. What is our scaled pull-up for today?
It's
Jumping.
knee raises, then chin over bar, then chest to bar, which obviously I can't do.
Okay, cool.
I'm not even sure, and I'm doing banded ones anyway, so.
What I would love to do is let's get as far as we can, and then we'll pick another scale. We'll record our official score when we change our scale.
Yeah, I'm not registered for the open anyway, so
Brilliant. Yeah.
I'm not fussing about it. It's just a workout.
Brilliant. Brilliant. We'll use our band, and then we'll do our best we can on our chest to bar, and we'll push through.
Well, I don't even have ceiling height to do chest to bar if that were a thing I was capable of. My head barely fits between the top of the rig and the ceiling.
you just the secret is you just lean back super far so that your head and your chest is on the same level, and then
Yeah, clearly, right away. I'll get on those, Logan.
Wonderful, wonderful. Alrighty, folks. Let's go ahead and get some of that pulling movement going. So Amy, let's check in with those pull-ups. Tam, Stud, Maria, let's get in some bent over rows with our dumbbells. A set of 10 if you could. Amy, if a set of 6 feels more appropriate, let's do that.
If I have 2, should I do them both at the same time or one at a time? Does it matter?
We are officially one on a side, one at a time. Yeah.
And should we be kneeling on something?
Not necessarily. What I'd like to see is hips back, kind of in almost like a hang position for a clean. And then we're going to roll right up towards the ribs. We're not going up towards the shoulder, kind of pull it back towards the ribs or belly button a little bit. Yeah. Great. Yeah, you got it. Aha, it does say if you do have 2 dumbbells, you may complete the rows with both hands at the same time. We're still doing 30 of them though.
So 30 total.
30 total, you got it.
If you're doing one dumbbell, do you do 30 on each side?
It's 15 on each side. And actually on second read through, if you have 2 dumbbells, you complete the rows with both hands at the same time. So it's 15 if you're using 2 dumbbells, 15 on each side if you're using 1. Groovy, groovy. And let's get in that last movement, our push up. Let's go ahead and get in a set of, let's call it 8 to 10 of those. Amy, you can just pop on in with these just to keep yourself moving. I don't want to tire out those pull-ups too much. Great. When we're done with those, what I'd like us all to do together is to go through our complex twice through. And then, so Amy, you're gonna be using the same barbell for your Metcon portion and the complex portion. It's up to you to change that on through. Everyone else, I believe, is gonna be working with dumbbells today. So let's go ahead and grab empty bar or your dumbbell. And if I don't have 2 dumbbells. If we've got 2, we'll go for a suitcase style. If we've got 1, we'll go right, nice wide stance right on between the legs. I think we all have 2. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do 1 deadlift from the ground, pick it on up, then on back down, tap up to our shoulders. Great. We're gonna bring it down to hang and then right back up to our shoulders. And then since we've got a push press or a jerk, a nice solid dip, drive, and extend up and overhead. Awesome. Bring it on down, let's reset. I'd like everyone to run through that one more time at your own pace. 1 deadlift, 1 clean, 1 hang clean, and 1 jerk. Brilliant. All right, set it on down. Again, we'll have 7 minutes to work up in weight with that as best as we're able to. I know folks with dumbbells, we're gonna hit that pretty quickly. But you have 7 minutes to do that. So you can take the first 3 minutes of that to rest and then have 4 minutes to do your weight portion. Or you can go right on into it, break it up however you like. Questions, comments, pit stop?
Now the thrusters with the stick, is that in replace of that?
The thrusters with a stick is for our first portion.
I
Right.
see. Second
We'll have air squats and then thrusters with a stick. If you would like to do thrusters with your dumbbell, I highly encourage that.
Okay.
All right, if anyone needs to take a pit stop, let's go ahead and do that now. I think some of us already have headed off for that. Maria, questions?
So what should I be looking at?
There's
Supposed to be doing.
so much.
So I can look at the at-home Zoom version, but instead of air squats, I'm doing deadlifts.
Deadlifts. So I'm pulling mostly from the lower extremity modifications, the lower
right.
extremity division for you. And we are then also modifying some of the upper body portions of that to accommodate your shoulder.
I'm a little bit lost. So the
That's
first
okay.
part, I do thrusters with a stick. And what is a thruster again?
Oh, excuse me. That is our front squat to a push press. So you can either do it with our dumbbell, love that full squat on down, boom, and then up and overhead right on into your ceiling.
Okay, we did do that. Okay. Or I could do it with a stick.
Or you can do it with a stick. Your choice. You got it. Yep, nice. So full squat down first.
Okay.
Yeah, so with it, yep, and then stand it on up and then on overhead. If that's not working for your atticing, let's switch over to the dumbbell and we'll just have that nice smooth controlled press out through the top. Good. Stud, I want to make sure that you're not ending up out in front of your head at the extension of that thruster, that we're really actively pulling your thumbs back behind. So that bar should be on top of or behind your ears. Yeah, you got it. There we go. At the top. Wonderful. Maria, question again.
So instead of sit-ups, I do sit-ups the first round and then I do V-ups the rest? No, what am I doing?
Sorry, we're gonna do sit-ups here
Okay,
in that first round.
not
And
V-up.
if you would like to do V-ups, let's do V-ups. Your choice, sit-ups or V-ups. I think V-ups will be a little bit more challenging,
Yeah,
which
I'll-
I think is appropriate for you. We're gonna do bent over rows.
Instead of
On,
push presses? No.
instead of our chest to bar pull-ups, we're gonna be doing bent over rows.
Okay, so I will do the push presses.
As you are able to, right? Whether that's any shoulder to overhead. If you
Yeah.
want to do a strict controlled press, even a press with no weight at all, just to kind of get some motion through our shoulders.
Got it.
And then on our second here for the bar muscle ups, I want to do bent over rows a second time,
Okay. Not push-ups.
not push-ups.
Raised.
Let's just stick with, because I think we're gonna have plenty of pressing motion through that
Got it.
shoulder, and so I kind of want to limit that. We'll get a little extra pull in.
Got it. Thank you. And
Awesome.
then T for 7 minutes.
And then PT for 7 minutes. You got
Got
it. Yep. And remember, folks, we do have a forced rest in there. I want to get this kicked off pretty soon, since I'm taking a look at the time, and we'll get right on into it. Any last questions before we kick things off?
Yeah, so the second part, we just do thrusters for 7 minutes. Is that true?
We're gonna do one deadlift, one clean, one hang clean, and one push press or shoulder to overhead. And the objective here, which is unfortunately we're not really able to do, is to go as heavy as we possibly can on that particular portion. So because we don't have that equipment pool at home, we're gonna be lacking some of that. So we'll just, if you've got extra plates that you can throw onto your dumbbell, we'll just sort of toss them on and see what we can do.
Okay.
Logan, if I get to the third set in scaled, which I'm not sure I'm gonna, I have no idea about the timing of this. I think I will do push-ups because my pull-ups
Okay.
are kind of crap.
That sounds fine to me. Awesome, folks. Alrighty. Which page would we rather see as we're working through this?
I have it pulled up on my phone, so you don't need to show mine.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, sounds like everyone's got it, since we are kind of each doing our own thing today. Wonderful. I will kick off our timer in about 30 seconds. If you can flash me a quick thumbs up to let me know that you are good to go.
Sorry, quick question for
Yes.
push press. 15 on each side or 15 total?
15 in total, 15 in total.
Thank you.
All right. So squats to start. We are kicking it off in about 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. Great. Keep those elbows up high. Good. Hips down low. Good. Tam, get super low through that squat all the way down there. Nice work, folks. Nice work. Nice work, stud. That's it. Way to go, Maria. Good, good. You are done with those thrusters. Take a look at your time. Forced rest 60 seconds. Way to go, Tam. Nice job, Amy. Brilliant. All right, Mario, way to go. Tam coming up soon. Almost there, Amy. So Tam, low on that squat. You got it. Nice job, nice job. Excellent, Tam. Keep those elbows up, stud. Excellent, excellent. Way to go, Amy. Right, ready, go for it. When you get there. You got it, Amy. Way to go. Nice job. All right. Yep. More lean on over. Good. Doing great, Amy. Way to go. Here you go. Pull as high as we can. Nice work. Awesome. Remember, when you finish that last set of 15 thrusters, we got 7 minutes starting from that moment to work our way through our complex. Nice tap.
Logan, is it weird to use 2 different dumbbell weights?
It's a little weird, but awkward object training is a very important facet of functional movement. Go for it.
All right. I'll try it with the 2 that are the same, and then I'll get the heavier one if it feels.
Yeah. Good. Deadlift and clean, then hang clean. And then up and overhead. Great job, Amy. Nice and steady on those pull-ups. Way to go. Great. So Tam, what I'd like you to do is try to find some heavier objects to run through that same complex with, if we're able to do so. If not, we'll get a few more rounds through of it. Nice, Amy. Awesome. Nice job. You got it, stud. Oh, good. Hey, fancy. Just make sure we don't put that into the ceiling. Good. And then clean from mid shin. Good. Hang clean. From just above those knees. Great. And then shoulder to overhead. Good. Nice solid control. Fantastic, Amy. Great. Awesome, Amy, nice job. You keep lifting those elbows as high as we can. You guys set? Brilliant. You gonna try that uneven load? That was it? Great. All right, Amy. Get through as many of those push-ups as we can. We've got 15 seconds for your 15-minute cap. 2, 1, and 15 minutes. Great, Amy, we're gonna start up that complex. Whenever you are ready, we've got 7 minutes for it. Stud, nicely done. Awesome, hips down, chest up, good. Clean from the floor. Awesome, hang clean. And push, press, push, jerk. Nicely done. All right, rest up, add some weight onto it. Awesome, Amy, nice. Way to go.
Sorry, folks, I just need to wait a minute.
Oh, that is A-okay. You kidding me? Good. Good, chest up. Great. Nice lockout. Good. Yeah. So Amy, any success, any attempt where the bar leaves the ground before the cap is good. So if you start that last complex at 2158, just finish it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure my arms are gonna lift anything anymore, but I'm gonna give it as long as I can.
Give it a go. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I have to say, not for this, but the bailing practice was useful, Logan. I had to bail from a bench press the other day in the basement, but I felt secure trying it. Yep.
Awesome. Whenever you are ready. All right, great. Hang clean. Dip and drive, push. Good rep. Nice job. Fantastic. Way to go.
Thank you.
Well done, folks.
everybody.
Well done.
Thanks, Logan.
Thank you all. I know today was a little bit more hectic and eclectic than our typical workouts, and thank you all for playing along. So have a
Thank you.
lovely afternoon. If you are planning on coming in tomorrow, we do have a plan. There's some notes up on our Facebook athletes page and on the Slack about what our plans for that are. But there is a Google Doc posted. If you want to sign up for a heat, do so as quick as we can, so you can get the spot that you want. We'll have 3 athletes going at a time. We're gonna be doing it mostly outdoors, I believe. I'm looking forward to seeing how we're gonna handle pull-ups, etc. And it's gonna be great. I will. Yes, Tam.
You add the foundations to the Waterfy.
I can do that. Yes, I don't have your time zone in there. I'll get it in there for you so that you're able to put your times in.
Thank you.
Thank
Alrighty.
you.
Stud, I should do that for you as well, I presume.
Please.
Fantastic. Alrighty, folks.
Dad, quick question. I forgot my time. Were you on the 8-minute mark or 9 minutes something? I think I was like 40 seconds behind you.
I was 7:45.
Okay, so I must have been 8 something. Thank you.
Cool, cool. Amy, you had a question. You're on mute.
Yeah, do we just add a second for every incompleted rep?
For Wodify, yes, yes. Alrighty, folks. Have a lovely afternoon. I will see you all soon.